I'm loving the style of these. And getting an 85 cut of an OG colorway for $100, I think that's the best bargain of the summer. Hey, what's happening, y'all? It's your old pal, Mr. Butter, coming back at you again. I am recording this on the day that the Kobe's dropped. Hopefully, if y'all were going after any of those Kobe's, you were able to get a W. Today, I want to get into a pair of kicks that I've had for over 2 months now. When I grabbed them, I thought it was a bargain then, but they're even cheaper now, and I think this is one of the best bargains you can get on an OG retro for this summer. If you're into kicks and you feel like hanging out, then hit that subscribe button. Let's take a look at these bargain OGs. I usually like to shoot my reviews in the morning and I shoot it from the other direction, but today has been crazy. I had a track meet earlier today, had to do a bunch of yard work and some other stuff, so I didn't get around to this until this evening. As mentioned, I'm recording this on the day that the Kobe's dropped. There was 3 colorways. They all represented somewhere that Kobe lived. He was born in Philly. There was the Italian camos from when he moved to Italy because his dad played ball over there. And then, of course, there was the Venice Beaches to represent his time in LA. I knew that I was going for all 3 of them. Initially, I thought that the Italian camo was my favorite. They still might be. But the more that I've looked at that Venice Beach pair, I just like those more and more. And it's funny, my wife, whenever she saw those, I think she saw them whenever she was going for like the industrial blue or the military blue shock drop or something. But at one point she saw them and she said, "Oh, I want these for me." And I said, "Well, go for your size." So she went for her size in a GS, and she also went for an adult pair in her size. Well, here, she ended up hitting both pairs. So she got a GS size 6 and an adult size 6, which should be the same size. I'm interested in seeing if there's any differences between the shoes. Obviously, the kids pair is a whole lot cheaper. It was only $120, but she was so excited that she got that pair. And then sure enough, after she got her W, I ended up getting a W on my account for the Venice Beach pair as well. So we're going to have some matching Kobe's. So I'm pretty pumped about that. Let me know if you went for any of those Kobe's that just dropped, and let me know if you had any luck. It seems like a lot of people were able to grab pairs. I saw some people saying they got the Phillies, some people saying they got the Venice Beaches. I don't know if I know anybody that got the Italian camos, and maybe they were the most limited. I didn't really see any numbers from today because I was running around at track meets and doing that kind of stuff all day. My wife's account has been on a crazy hot streak. It started with the restock of the reimagined Bred 4s. She ended up hitting that in my size. She didn't want them, so she went for them in my size for me. I got my double up of them for retail. Then she went for my size on the shock drop of the military blue Jordan 4s the other day. She got a W there. And then on that same account, she hit the GS and the men's pair of the Venice Beach Kobe 8s. It's funny the way accounts get really hot like that sometimes. I haven't had a hot streak like that in a minute, so I'm definitely going to take it whenever it happens. But for some reason, her account has been hitting like crazy. I don't know why that is. I swear it's just luck because she doesn't interact with the app unless I ask her to go on and try for a pair for me. I'm hoping her luck doesn't run out anytime soon, but we'll see. Before I run out of sunlight, let's get to the pair at hand. Stick around to the end because I don't just want to give you a in-hand look at these. I also want to throw them on feet so that you can appreciate just how good of a bargain this pair is. I think these are going to be ideal for the summertime, and we'll get into some of the reasons why I think that is. But anyhow, we've got the Jordan 1 Low 85 box. We also saw this on the neutral gray. I think that's what they were calling them, but they were white and just had the gray swoosh. That was another OG colorway, just like this is. Both of these colors were original color schemes that released back in 1985. I don't know what the deal was with this drop. I kept waiting, thinking they would have a widespread drop along with dropping them on sneakers here in the US, but it never happened. I grabbed these from GOAT over 2 months ago for $120. Retail price was $160, so I thought $120 was a bargain. Now you can get these in a ton of sizes for $100. I think that is an insane bargain. Retail was $160, but you can get them for way less than that. And I think the style is great. I think that price point is great. And hopefully you all feel the same. The tag reads Air Jordan 1 Low 85, and the colors are white and navy. So this is the metallic blue colorway. I got these in a size 10. I go true to size on Jordan 1 Lows. And without any more delay, here they are. I'm telling you what, the style of these really takes me back to whenever I was a kid. I don't remember these from when I was a kid, but just this style reminds me of something from the late 80s, early 90s. I love the all-white upper with this metallic navy swoosh, and then the navy sock liner along with the navy outsole. I just love the style with these. I think these are going to be really easy to rock. I think they'll go with just about anything. And I mean, if you want a clean pair of shoes to wear to like cookouts, to wear to like evenings outside, if you're going to the beach or something like that, I think you can get so many uses out of these. I think you could even dress these up if you wanted to. Wear them casual, wear them a little bit more dressy, wear them on date nights, or just, like I said, just beat the snot out of them like I plan on doing. I think this pair is great. For $100, I really think this is probably one of the best bargains around right now. An OG colorway on an 85 cut, I mean, it doesn't get much better than that in my book. One thing I should point out too, they only came laced in the bottom eyelets, but I laced them up the rest of the way because, like I said, I plan on throwing these on feet and I want you to see how they look. So to save time, I just went ahead and already laced them all the way up. But from the factory, they only came laced on these bottom eyelets. The outsole is this nice navy color. I like it whenever the outsole is dark because that hides dirt and that kind of stuff. The traction pattern is very close to modern Jordan 1s that we're used to, but it is just a little bit different. The pivot point and then these lines up here are like different thicknesses, but really it looks very similar to the traction that we get on modern Jordan 1s. We've got a pivot point in the front, Nike branding there at the midfoot, and I love the way the stars look up there in the front. Then as we come up, we can see that that navy outsole meets a bright white midsole, and that does have a different texture than modern Jordan 1 highs or Jordan 1 lows, but it's not something that really jumps out at you. I'm not sure if you can see that texture on there or not, but it's just a little bit different than what we're used to getting on modern Jordan 1 highs and lows. I like that they gave us a bright white color and bright white stitching because this does look a lot like the shoe looked whenever it originally came out in the 80s. Then coming to the upper, we've really just got a smooth white leather, and it doesn't feel like crazy soft or anything. I think that the other 85 lows that came out recently have a softer leather than this, but that being said, it's a very nice material and it's a really thick cut. Not sure if you're able to see that or not, but it's a really nice thick cut, and it is soft, but it feels like there might be a little bit of a break-in period, which I don't mind because I think these will hold up for a really long time. Whenever you feel the materials and everything, it does remind you of a vintage shoe, so I definitely like that. But we have that nice thick smooth leather for this entire upper, with the exceptions of synthetic leather for this metallic navy swoosh, and then we have that synthetic leather for the heel tab where we have that Jordan Wings logo on there in white. As I noted, they came with flat white laces only in the bottom eyelets. I laced them the rest of the way up. They didn't come with any extras. I like the way they look with bright white laces. I'm sure you could put sail in there. I'm sure you could put navy in there. That would look fine and everything, but I really just like the clean look, and I think this is a pair that I do plan on wearing like to the beach. I plan on wearing them to cookouts, all that kind of stuff. So I just like having this clean look. I think it just looks nice, fresh, and pretty classic. We have a white tongue, and it feels a little bit different than modern Jordan tongues. It almost feels like a backpack material or something like that. It doesn't feel like the standard nylon. It almost feels more like canvas, and that's just in a white color. It's got white piping going along the edges of the tongue, and it's got a white tag with navy Nike Air branding on it. As we're used to getting, we did get the product code here printed on the sock liner, and it also says the size as well. I think that's a pretty cool touch. That's the way they came back in the day, so I think it's neat that they're doing that again. But our sock liner is a navy blue, and the print on there is in white. All right, well, that was a pretty quick look. I'm going to go ahead and throw these on feet so y'all can see how they look, and then you can make your own decision if you think getting them for $100 is a good deal or not. I'm really surprised that they're this affordable, but it's a great time to be building up your sneaker collections. I'll be right back. Let me throw them on. All right, so I've got them on feet, and I like them even more after throwing them on. I think this is a timeless style, and I think in this instance, $100 really goes pretty far getting you good quality and a really dope style. I think going true to size was the right call for me. Sometimes they do feel a little bit narrow, but it's weird. The narrow part of it is more at the top of the shoe than down at the base of the shoe, if that makes sense. So they're not tight on the wide part of my foot, which is down at the base of my toes. They're tight kind of on the top of my foot, but I don't think they'll cause any discomfort or anything. There may be a short break-in period with these because the leather is pretty stiff, but I think they'll work out just fine. I'm very glad I went true to size, and I do have wide feet. I'm loving the style of these. And getting an 85 cut of an OG colorway for $100, I think that's the best bargain of the summer. There's a little POV. I'm loving this pair. I think as far as bang for your buck goes, it's hard to beat this. Let me know if you found any bargains here recently or what you've picked up for a good deal. I think this is a great bargain, and honestly, I could see this being the best bargain I get for the summer. Also, let me know if you were able to hit on any Kobe's. I appreciate you all watching so much, and I will catch you on the next one. I'm out.